All right, so what are the top 3 things that you need to watch out for if you're buying a renovated property in this market in 2021, right now, coming right up? Hey, what's going on, guys? Marcos here, and on today's video, I have my very good friend, Manny Recinos, and Manny is a real estate agent here in Atlanta, Georgia, where there's a lot of houses that are renovated here on the market. So I brought Manny because, guys, I want to share with you from the viewpoint of a real estate agent that knows the market, what are really those things that you need to watch out for if you are buying a house that just recently got renovated? So you're probably seeing all these houses, right?
Yeah.
Maybe an investor bought it a few months ago for, I don't know, $50,000, and now they listed it back on the market for $400,000. So
there you go.
This is really important for you guys to know because not every house is the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it up for Manny. He's gonna talk to us about the top 3 things that you really need to watch out for. Yeah. When you buy one of these renovated properties. So go ahead.
It's interesting. I got a lot of calls about them. They're beautiful homes. They've put in these gorgeous fixtures. They've got the newest and baddest everything. And obviously they're going to make a killing off of it. So what do you need to be looking out for? There's 3 common mistakes that I've seen, or not mistakes, but things you need to really be looking out for. One of them is, obviously these are coming up. A lot of these rentals are coming up in areas that are up and coming, that are changing in demographics. You want to make sure that you know the area. So while you're out there, drive around, stop and grab food at the local, diner or whatever it is. Make sure that you drive around at different times, see what the traffic's like, see what the area's like, see what the restaurants are like. That's going to give you an idea of the neighborhood, which is really important. You're going to live there, right? Of course, when the open house is going on and there's a bunch of people and it's a beautiful day, it's one experience. When it's rainy and, it's gloomy outside, what kind of lighting it gets, right? This goes even beyond that. When you're looking at these renovated homes, you want to know what these areas are going to be like as well.
That's one of the things that I guess most people actually don't do. I mean, they just go and see the house once. Yeah. They feel like they like it, and then they just put an offer in. And then that's where, a lot of times you get buyer's remorse, is that once you move into the property, now you're really seeing what the neighborhood looks like, or what the house really looks like. And you just didn't give yourself a lot of chances, I guess, right? Yeah. I mean, before going into the property, just making sure that everything really checks your boxes, So now talk to me about that second thing that people should be watching out for if they're looking to buy one of these flips.
This one's important, and I know you probably have an eye on this too. So one of them is the second one is going to be checking out if there was an expansion, right? Did they open up the living room? Did they add a master bedroom and add a bath and all this? So this all comes down to square footage. So now that they've done all these upgrades, they will now say, all right, the house is 2,500 square feet, used to be 1,300. Wow, amazing, I'm excited, it's so much bigger. Well, you got to think about the back end, right? So property taxes. Have they taken out permits for it? Does the city know that the house is now bigger? What is that going to look like? These are important, and you've seen these come across when we do, when we go to closing, and what's the square footage? How much are you going to estimate? All that. You don't want to be surprised by that.
Absolutely, and I see that happen all the time, especially, you buy the house right now and you're paying one set of property taxes, but the year after, those property taxes jump up by quite a lot, and that obviously pushes up your monthly payment to a point that you may not be very comfortable with. So you definitely want to know that, and definitely working with a real estate agent that knows exactly what's going on and knows how to work with these type of properties comes into play. Now, talk to me about a third point.
So third and final point is inspection, guys. You want to run a very thorough inspection, because when someone comes in and does a renovation, we hope they know what they're doing. But sometimes there's things that aren't up to code. There's a lot of items that could be quote unquote hidden, because sometimes these investors say, oh, well, I don't have any prior knowledge of the property. I bought it. I've only had it for 3 months, right? Wrong. You have a lot of knowledge about it when you renovated a home, and you want to ask those questions. For example, I had a client, bought a property, all new plumbing, right? Turns out that they had not really looked at some of the connections over to the city and that kind of thing. That cost them some money. So you want to look out for things like that. You want to call those plumbers that can come in, check all that, throw the camera in, tell you what maybe is a little more hidden. So just be aware that you want to run very thorough inspections on these places.
And there you guys have it. We've mentioned the top 3 things that you need to be watching out for when you're buying a renovated property or one of those flips that are very popular nowadays.
Yep.
And guys, good luck. I'll see you until the next video.